Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I fill in my eyebrows. I've been getting a bunch of requests lately of people asking me to do an updated eyebrow routine, so I was like, I would love to because I love getting your guys' requests. So please let me know if you guys have any other requests that you guys want me to film. I just really thought it was time to make an updated video because if you go back and look at my old eyebrow video, it was when I first started filming my YouTube video, so I was so awkward and quiet and nervous when I was filming my voiceovers. Like when I go back and watch the video now, I feel like I sound so stupid because I was so awkward and like nervous that I was like talking so slow and like literally I sounded like a monotone robot. So if you guys go back and watch my old eyebrow video, don't judge me. But yeah, I am a big rambler, so I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get right into the video. So if you guys want to see me fill in my eyebrows and learn a few tips and tricks, go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so these are my eyebrows with no makeup on. They're very thin, very light, and very non-existent. I consider myself to have overly tweezed eyebrows. I personally love the look of more of a natural, bigger, bushy brow, but obviously when I was younger, I overly tweezed my eyebrows way too much so they don't grow a lot, but it is definitely a work in progress to grow them out. I am wanting them to be a lot bigger and bushier. That's why if you guys notice when I fill my eyebrows with makeup on, I make them a lot bigger and a lot darker because I just love the natural, bushy eyebrow look. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about with eyebrows, just in case if you guys are not aware, is pretty much where to start, where to have your arch, and where to end your eyebrow. Everybody's eyebrow is going to be different because you have to look at your eye and your bone structure and do your eyebrow based on your bone structure and your eye shape. The best way to figure out where to place your eyebrow is get something like this. Either use like a brush or anything that's like long and skinny, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to line it up with the bridge of your nose, and pretty much where the bridge of your nose is where the ideal eyebrow should start. Depending on whether if you feel like you have a wide nose bridge, you can definitely bring your eyebrows in a little bit closer and it'll give the illusion of having a thinner nose bridge. So to figure out where to put the height of the eyebrow, you're going to want to take that same pencil and bring it right in that same exact spot, but turn it to the side and go through the center of your pupil area. That's going to be the highest point of the eyebrow right there. And then for the end of the eyebrow, take that same pencil, hold it on the same spot, and just go to all the way to the edge of your bottom lash line. Use your bottom lash line as a reference point to see where the tail of your eyebrow is going to end. I'm pretty much just holding this at the end of my bottom lash line. As you can see, it ends to be right there. So my eyebrow tail should end about in that spot right there. Another really important thing about your eyebrows is the color of your eyebrows. You definitely can choose any color you want. It's not that serious if you don't want to follow the rules. But pretty much if you have cool tone hair, you want to have cool tone eyebrows. If you have a warm tone hair, you want to have warm tone eyebrows. So if you have hair that is like two toned, you're going to want to look at the root area. But if your hair is blonde, you want to look at the nape of the neck right here where your hair is just natural, where it's not hit by the sun. And you have to look at the undertone. So if you look at your hair and you see a lot of like ashy, kind of grayish, like light tones, you're probably going to be more of like a cool tone. And then if you look at your hair and you see a little bit more warm tones, more red, more orange, you definitely have more of a warmer undertone in your hair and you want to use that same warm tone for your eyebrow. But I just can't stress to you guys enough how important color is if you're wanting your eyebrows to look natural. So the first step I always like to do to my eyebrows is just very softly brush them and just make sure all the hair is going in the same direction. Next thing I do is I get a pencil and I start to kind of fill it in the outer corner and just get the shape going and give it a little bit more definition. Honestly, I'm not too picky about what pencil to use for this part because it's not that important. I just don't really care. I just use whatever I have. I always start filling in the eyebrow in the outer corner because I don't like starting in the inner corner because it makes the inner corner look a little bit heavier and darker. So what I'm going to do is lightly kind of start to do the line right here and just get that arch shape going. I'm going up with the eyebrow. I'm not going down. So pretty much all I'm going to do is try my best to create a very straight line and just give me that arch. The nice thing about this pencil though, you can draw it in a little bit and then use the opposite spoolie side and just very softly blend it, and it'll just take away that harshness and blend the color together. Now that I have my eyebrow filled in where I actually have hair, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Dip Brow with her angled brush number 12. So I have a little bit on my brush. I'm going to start right here at the arch and very lightly just kind of extend it and darken the arch up a little bit. I'm dipping my brush in there very lightly again. Okay, so these are both eyebrows so far filled in with a dip brow. You can definitely stop at this point if you would like to, but I like to do a couple more steps to just like prolong the longevity of the eyebrow. The next thing I always do is I use the Anastasia powder and then just pretty much put it everywhere that I put the dip brow. So I'm using my Sephora brow brush number 20 as well as my Anastasia powder in the shade dark brown. I just kind of like use both these colors at the same exact time. And then I start out in this outer corner everywhere I put the dip brow, and I just very softly, lightly place this dark powder everywhere that I put the dip brow. Next, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper to lock my eyebrows into shape. I love this product because it's almost like a gel hairspray for your eyebrows. It just makes every hair stay in the direction that you brush it. It gives you a little bit more of a bushy eyebrow look. It's just like freaking perfect. I love this brow gel so much. It's the best one I've tried from the drugstore yet. To give the eyebrow a little bit more of a clean look on the bottom part, you can use a concealer if you want to. Like if you use a liquid concealer, it makes it very dramatic and harsh with the line. So it doesn't really give you a natural look. It's kind of an obvious like I have makeup on look. But today I'm kind of doing a little bit more of like a natural eyebrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a powder just so it's not as crazy. I'm going to be using Max Blanc Type. I'm going to be using this one because it's matte and I want it to look a little bit more natural. If I was wearing a bunch of eyeshadow or doing like a crazy makeup look, I would use something more shimmery or use concealer. I'm using this e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. I just love this for the size of it. Pretty much what I do is I tilt my head back a little bit and then just very lightly blend it right under my eyebrow just to kind of clean up the messy part and kind of hide any darkness, like if the powder fell. I am just cleaning up any imperfections. You can kind of see already how that gave me more of a highlight and made the eyebrow look higher up. I'm going to add a little bit more in this inner corner. I freaking love this shade. Obviously don't use this if you're not as light as I am, because if you're darker than me, this is going to be a little bit light on you. So just go with the color that's a couple of shades lighter than your skin tone. For me that just happens to be Paper White, which I'm just slowly starting to accept my paleness. Alright, so this is the final eyebrow look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me fill in my eyebrows and learned a few tips and tricks. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you are subscribed to this channel and follow me on all my social media. I will link everything below in the description like I always do. And yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.